Okay, so today is August 3rd, 2025, and I'm getting ready to start my carrots indoors. And I know, a lot of people say, and most of the web say, oh, you need to direct sow your carrot. Well, I'm not direct sowing them. I'm going to start them indoors in these egg trays. I have two egg trays, and I think each one of them holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24 slots. So what I'm planning to do is to put at least 2 to 3 carrot seeds per hole. And once they get up to some size, then I will transplant them outdoors before they are root bound, because they say that carrots don't like their roots disturbed. So I'm going to get them outdoors in the ground before their roots get disturbed. So I'm going to go ahead and finish filling these pots up with the soil, and then I'll be back. I'm going to put 2 to 3 carrot seeds per hole. That's the plan. Okay, so in this container, I'm planting the So Easy Carrot Rainbow Mix, which makes planting them a lot easier. So what I'm doing is putting 2 seeds per tray and hoping at least one of them will germinate. So I'm really not crazy about these So Easy seeds because you really don't even know if there's a seed in there. But I guess you just have to trust that it is. And but I do like them because the fact it makes it easier for you to see the seeds. So this is how I'm going to do this tray. I'm just going to put 2 seeds in each egg hole. Okay, so in this tray, I'm going to do half short and sweet burpees and the Baker Creek coral carrot seeds. So I'm going to do 3 rows here of the short and sweet, and then 3 rows here of the coral carrots. All right, so that is it for the carrots. Okay, so today is August 3rd, not August 3rd, today is August 9th. And I was just looking at my carrots that I planted out, started the seeds on August 3rd. And look, I'm surprised. I have germination already. So I'm very excited about that. So I wasn't expecting them to germinate so fast. But anyhow, now I'm debating whether I should keep them covered. No, I don't think I'm going to keep them covered. Anyhow, I'm just going to keep the soil moist, and I don't want to over water them by keeping the dome on. Don't want to rot out. What do they call it? Dampen something. Anyhow, so I won't be keeping the top on. This is a little egg tray that I planted them in. So, and these are the So Easy carrots, and I'm sure they will take longer to germinate because they were in those little hard shells, little red hard shells. So I'm just gonna make sure to keep those moist until they start to germinate. So that's it, just a little carrot update. Hello, so today is August 11th, 2025, and I'm getting ready to unbox my Bootstrap Farmer supplies that I ordered. And I've been watching Asia on the Yellow Door Urban Homestead channel, and she's always talking about Bootstrap Farmer and their trays. And so I want to give it a try to see how well I like them, because I'm really tired of those black trays that, the little flimsy ones that don't last long. They crack, and if you leave them out in the sun, they get, all melty and everything. But anyhow, I'm actually unboxing this indoors because it's storming outside. It's been storming all week. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox this to see how things look. And this came just in time because I'm getting ready to start some more of my fall seedlings. And I've already started some, but I need some more trays to do some more. And here the box comes with the packaging list of the things that you order. So yeah, and I like the colors. And for me, because I grow seeds for other people, this will easily let me identify the things that I'm growing personally for myself than the stuff I'm growing for everybody else. So, and of course it comes with your invoice sheet. And so what we have here, these are the 6 sale trays, and this is a pack of 60. And these holes are actually a little bit smaller than what I thought they were, but they're still good, still a good size. And I like the fact that that you'll easily be able to take the plants out when they're ready. So that's that. That's the 6 sale trays. And then here are the 4 sale trays. And these are actually a nice size. These are actually much bigger than your standard size 6 sale trays you get. So, and this is a pack of 40, I believe. And they're real sturdy. I'm really impressed with the quality of them. So I see exactly why Asia. Look at that. That's a good quality. So. And I have stuff together. So this is your regular 72 cell tray, and I actually got this kind of tray because I want to do, like, I know people say that you're supposed to start your beets, direct sow them in the ground, but I'm going to try to sow them in here, and then because I'm planning on giving some plants to other folks. And also, I want to be able to just start all the beets at one time. And also, I would say carrot seeds, but I already got my carrot seeds started in something else. But anyhow, this would actually be good, again, for something like carrot seeds. Although people say, oh, you're not supposed to start those. So it's like, whatever. So anyhow, and this is a 72 cell. And this is more heavy duty than this right here. And also this has this is called the air prune. I think it's called, let me get this and see. This is this is the air prune 72 cell. And I guess I say air prune because of the holes, the side holes and the holes at the bottom, that it keeps the roots from being what do you call it? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. When the roots are wrapped all the way around, root bound. This is supposed to help keep the roots from being root bound. So this one doesn't have the side slots in it, just the bottom holes like this one, but this one also has the bottom holes and some side slots. I guess that's what the air pruning is for, if you can see that in there. Anyhow, so I just want to give both of them a try. And then this is just some standard 10-20 trays, but they're shallow trays, just to be able to stick those down stick that down onto. And so when you're watering, you have a little so it's not full of water. But anyhow, so yeah, that's what that's for. So anyhow, that is it. So you got the 72 cell trays, the air pruner, and the regular one. And then I have the 40 pack of 4 cell, and these are quite big. And then you have the 60 cell of the smaller ones. And like I said, these are a little bit smaller than what I thought they were going to be. But hey, I think they'll still be okay. Still think they're good. So anyhow, that is that. So this is actually my first order from Bootstrap Farmer. So, and I can't wait to see how things are going to turn out with them. So I'm excited. Okay, so this is my Bootstrap Farmer 72 cell air prune tray, and I'm filling this up with beets. So what I have here is Detroit dark red beet, and then I have Winter Sun beets. It's a golden beet, and then I have the beet Early Wonder, which is a dark red early beet. So I'm gonna fill this tray up with these 3 beets, and I'm gonna do 2 rows of each one. And yeah, okay. And I'm just putting one seed. These are pretty big seeds. And I'm only putting 1 seed per hole. And because if one don't come up, it really won't be no big deal since there's 72 of them anyhow. So that is how I'm starting my beets and the Bootstrap Farmer 72 cell trays. So we're going to see how they're going to turn out. I'm going to see how easy it's going to be to pop them up out of there when it's time to plant out in the garden. So, okay, so today is August 31st, and I'm going to be planting out my beets and carrots. So this is the container where I had a melon growing out of. I've still yet to identify that melon. But anyhow, so I'm going to put my beets in here, and then I have this container here that I'm preparing, that I'm going to put my carrots in. So it won't be here in the middle of the yard. I'm going to move it. Haven't decided yet where I'm going to put it at, but these are the carrots over here. And it's not a lot, so I'm going to be dropping some more seeds also when I plant these out. And these are the beets here, and there's some down there. So not all of those, because some of those go to somebody else, but these are the beets that I'll be planting out. In this tray here, it has Winter Sun beets and Early Wonder beets and Detroit red beets. And it's the same thing down that tray as well. So I'm gonna be planting some of those out. I just finished watering this morning, so they're a little wet. So I'll probably wait until they dry off some before I plant them out. We'll see. And then this is a tray of beets that I brung out from inside that I was still trying to germinate, and it didn't do well at all. This was multicolored beets, so there's only has a few seedlings there, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop all these cells into the container over there. Maybe they'll germinate later, I don't know, but anyhow, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all that done. Okay, so I have my container here amended with some 10-10-10. I also put a little bit of some more perlite in there to loosen the soil up a little bit. And so in here are my beet transplants. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you're supposed to direct sow beets. And so this is actually my first time trying to do beet transplants, and we're going to see how it works out. And because I didn't want to drop seeds in here and then have to worry about thinning out and all that stuff, trying to come out here and thin it out. And it was too hot, so I started everything indoors and then moved everything outside. So now we're just going to see how this is going to work. So I'm just going to go through here and stick some beets transplants in the soil, and we'll see how it works out. I just watered these this morning. Maybe I should have waited to plant them out. I shouldn't have watered them. Let's see if I can get them out without tearing up the roots. Come on out of there. Okay, well, that didn't quite work. So maybe I will have to wait for the soil to dry a little bit more. So let me just work on getting these out of this pot, and I might have to wait for the soil to dry out because I just watered them, and before I could pull them out without tearing up the roots. Okay, I think I got a process that's going to work. I'm just going to squeeze the container. All the way from the bottom. This is an old tray, as you can see, is being held up with tape. So it doesn't matter if I break this or not, break the container or not, taking them out, because I was not planning on keeping that anyhow. So, and I'm not trying not to disturb the roots, because we all know beets are a root crop. So try to keep the roots exactly the way they are. Anyhow, and I'm putting this probably about 2 to 3 inches apart, and then my plan is, since it has cooled off some, and I'm not exactly sure how these beets are going to work with having been transplanted, I'm going to drop a seed in between each one of these plants. So if these don't turn out, I will still have beets. They're not root bound or anything, which is good. So, should be all right. We shall see. And I'm putting these around a circle, no particular order. These are 3 different varieties of beets, so I would easily be able to tell which is which once they the fruit form. I'm not a big fan of beets, but I'm going to be juicing them, and I'm going to check into maybe freeze drying them. I'm not sure if you can or how they will turn out, but I'm going to try that and just find other ways that I can use them because they are healthy. So. Trying to put these in here after I watered them was not the best idea. So. And I know it doesn't take that long for beets to grow, but I want to get an early crop of beets just to see if I want to even dedicate any more garden space for them maybe later on. But yeah. Okay. So here are the different types of beets I have. I have Winter Sun, which is a gold beet, and then I have Detroit Red. I don't know if you can see there, is it backwards? So Detroit Red. And then I have Early Wonder beet, which is also a red beet, but it's a more brighter red beet than the Detroit Red. So I'm just gonna stick these down in here. But anyhow, so that's what I have for the beets so far. And like I said, I'm gonna go and put some seeds around in the empty spots. So then I will definitely have some more beets growing in this container. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get my carrots up potted, which also they say you're not supposed to do transplants, you're supposed to direct sow. But anyhow, I wanted to do some transplants, but also gonna drop some seeds for those as well. Alrighty, so I'm getting ready to plant out my carrots here, the little ones that did germinate into this container. And and then I'm just going to fill in around these with some seeds. Or I just might put all these on one side of the container, on one side of the planter, and then put some seeds on the other side, so that way I can see when the other ones are germinating. So as I was saying before, people say it's best to direct sow carrots. So I just wanted to give it a shot to see how it would work if I germinated them indoors. So the plan is to try to pop out these little individual cells without breaking the roots. Yeah, It's really not working. It's falling apart. Yeah. Get it in there the best I can. And these are little egg carton trays. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah. Just get them in there. Trying to be as delicate as possible. I think it would have came out a little bit better, easier, had I not watered them this morning. I think the soil was a little bit more dry. Yeah, I'm really not expecting these to to do well. Just because the roots are being disturbed. And anyhow, so I got those planted in there, and I'm going to go ahead and put some seeds. So I got all those that I transplanted on one side, and then I'm going to plant seeds over here on this side, so that way I'll be able to track and see how well they do. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some seeds over here. I have these Danvers half long from Dollar Tree, and then I have these Coral from Baker Creek. So I'm just going to do a little bit of each one. I don't want to have to thin these out, so I'm not going to put very many in there because I really don't want them. I'm just going to sprinkle just a few. The seeds are so tiny. So tiny. Don't know how this is going to work out with the carrots. Alright, so that's it for the carrots. So I'm going to go ahead and pat them down in soil. Get some good contact. Eliminate it. I'm going to get them watered in. That's going to be it. I moved them over here behind this green stalk in hopes of giving them some shade today, the next couple of days. Okay, so I might get a piece of cardboard. Some people be putting cardboard over the seeds to help keep them moist. I might do that, not really sure. But anyhow, that's it for the carrots. So I got my beets and my carrots planted out today.